Morning students, welcome to my study channel. It's about chemistry. In the last lecture we have discussed how Werner was able to predict about the coordination compounds. What are the various basics of the coordination compound? What are steric ions? What is complex ion? What is central metal ion? What are ligands? In this lecture specifically we will cover the topic of the ligand. What are ligands and what are various types of ligands on the classification on the basis of denticity. So what are ligands? In the last class we have also told you that ligands are all the atoms, ions or molecules that donate pair of electron to the center metal atom. So ligands are those species that are donating a pair of electron to the center metal ion. We have discussed this in our last class. Now in this class we are discussing the classification of the ligands. So we have classified ligands on the basis of the denticity of the ligand. So what is denticity we need to know first. So denticity is simply the electron donating power of the ligand. For example, if a ligand is donating one pair of electron, then its denticity is 1. If it is donating 2 pair of electron, then its denticity is 2. If it is donating 3 pair of electron, then its denticity is 3. If it is donating 4 pair of electron, then denticity 4. And for 5 pair of electron, denticity is 5, and so on. So for the sake of simplicity, we cover still denticity of 2, and for further we classify it as polydentate. Now let's study the different kind of ligands on the basis of denticity. So very first in this case is our monodentate ligands. So monodentate ligands are those ligands that have denticity of 1. Ligands that have denticity 1. Denticity 1 means they can donate only 1 pair of electron to the central metal ion. Some of the very famous examples are nitrogen. It can donate 1 pair of electron. Our hydroxyl, let's discuss some neutral. Our water, it can donate 1. All these can donate 1 pair of electron. Now in these examples, you have noticed one point that there are some ligands that do not contain any charge, that contains negative charge, and some ligands contain positive charge. So let's study specifically on the basis of charge how monodentate ligands are further classified. So on the basis of the presence of charge, these are classified into 3 types. Monodentate ligands are further classified into 3 types. One is the neutral ligands. Neutral ligands are all those monodentate ligands that do not contain any pair of electron. Means that do not contain any charge and donate only 1 pair of electron to the center metal ion. Some of the very famous examples are, first is amine, NH3. It has pair of electron. While writing IUPAC, we write as amine, AMM. Please note that there is double M. In organic chemistry, we write as amine, but in inorganic coordination compound, we call it as amine. However, we call it as amine, but amine आप बोलेंगे तो you will remember that there are 2 M. So while writing IUPAC, you have to write 2M. There is another molecule called water. You all know that it is water. Here you will write it as aqua. While writing IUPAC, you will write it as aqua. Now other is PH3. You all know the name. It is phosphine. Then another compound PH3. Now pH, you know pH, organic, in the organic you have seen pH is phenyl, our normal benzene ring. Now in the phosphine, in the phosphine there are 3 hydrogens. So if you simply replace one hydrogen If you will replace one hydrogen with our phosphine, then it will be phenyl phosphine. If you will replace two hydrogens with phosphine, it will be diphenyl phosphine. And if you will replace all the three phosphine, then it will be triphenyl phosphine. So its name is tri, because there are three phenyl, and then phosphine. Some other neutral ligands are carbonyl, very famous ligand, carbonyl. Then hydrazine, NH2, hydrazine. See, in the hydrazine there are two nitrogen, but both of these are equivalent, and at a time only one donates pair of electron to the central metal ion, therefore it is monodentate ligand. Okay? Now for next classification for the cationic ligands. Cationic ligands are very rare ligands in general, and very less examples are found for the cationic ligand. Only 2-3 examples are there. Some of the very famous are NO+. NO+, its neutral name is nitrosil. So you need to keep in your mind that while writing the cationic ligand, at the end you will write EM. For example, its name is nitrosil, then we write as nitrocilium. Then hydrazine, H2N, NH2, we will write as hydrazinium. These two are very famous examples that are generally asked in your exam, NH2, NH3 plus. Very famous examples. Now next is your anionic ligands. Anionic ligand, it is clear, as it is clear from its name, that anionic ligands are those ligands that contain negative charge in it. For example, your chloride. So inorganic you write as chloro, but here you will write chlorido. Then Br minus, you can tell it is bromido. Then F minus, it is fluorido. Then I minus, it will be iodido. You can write fluoro, bromo, chloroido, but these are better nomenclature than fluoro, chloro, bromo. Now the oxides. You know oxides of oxygen, O2 minus, valency of oxygen is 2 minus, it is oxido. Then N valency 3 minus, it is nitrido. Now let's study some other examples of oxides. You have studied in class 11, there exist three kinds of oxide: oxide, peroxide and superoxide. Now students are generally confused what are oxide, but see, oxides, you all know that oxygen has valency 2 minus, it is oxide. Now peroxide, the formula of peroxide you know, H2O2, just remove this H2 and the 2 of hydrogen, 2 minus. So O2, 2 minus is peroxide. Next is your superoxide, just decrease one valency, decrease one, it is your superoxide. It is superoxide. Now other one is azide, N3, valency 1 minus, generally we write sodium azide, NaN3. So while writing IUPAC, we will write as azido. So these are our monodentate ligands, and these are generally asked while writing IUPAC nomenclature. So you need to know all these, every ligand. However, there are more ligands than that, whatever I have written. But we will discuss while writing the IUPAC nomenclature. Till that point, you need to learn all these ligands that I have written yet. Now let's do the further classification. Till now we only know about the monodentate ligand. There are even ligands that can donate two pair of electron to our center metal ion, and these ligands are known as bidentate ligands. So bidentate ligands are those ligands that have denticity of 2. For example, सबसे पहला example here is ethylene diamine. See, ethylene, there are 2 carbon, then diamine means 2 nitrogen, 2 NH2. NH2, just balance the number of hydrogen, H2, H2. See, for ethylene there are 2 carbon, for diamine there are 2 NH2. So how they will donate? They will donate 1 pair of electron to our metal. Its name is ethylene diamine. Here you will write the organic nomenclature, and its symbol is ene. You need to learn the symbol as well, because while writing the name, if they will ask you to write the name, they will just give the symbol in the formula. Now another example is propylene diamine. See, propylene diamine, in order to build it, you just build CH2, just build the ethylene diamine, NH2, again NH2, then our metal and plus. There is propylene, means there are 3 carbon, so just write CH3 there. It will be propylene diamine. So propylene diamine, you will write as PN. Now your butylene diamine. Again draw the same structure. CH2, 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 NH2, NH2. Then our center metal ion. Now there is butylene. It has 4 carbon atoms. So 1, 2, 3, and then CH3 again 4. So there are total 4 carbon atoms. It is butylene diamine. It is BN. Now you know about pyridine. Pyridine is a 6-member compound which contains 1 nitrogen atom, like benzene ring. If you will join 2 pyridine ring, it will become dipyridine. So while writing IUPAC nomenclature, you will write as dipyridyl. DIPY. Its nomenclature is this. Let's study some more famous examples, like your oxalic acid, your glycine, which you have studied in your biomolecules. Let's study about this oxalato. So oxalic acid, you all know the formula COH and COH. So just remove this H. So C double bond O, this C double bond O, this O and this O. Negative charge, and these are donating pair of electron to our center metal ion. Its name is oxalic acid, so its name is oxalato. Oxalic acid की जगह it is oxalato. Now other is your glycine. Glycine you all know, NH2, CH2, COOH. So while drawing the structure, you will draw CH2, CH2. This is your NH2. Then your C double bond O. Then single bond O minus, and they will donate a pair of electron like that. It is your glycinato. Glycinato. While writing the name of the compound, we use the symbol Gly. Here in question it is given as ox. Now your DMG, one of the very famous example, we call it as dimethyl glyoxime. Here there are two methyl, then glyoxime, you know, glyoxime is NH2OH, then CC, N single bond OH, then double bond and single bond OH. Again, just balance A protein, just balance the number of hydrogen. So while writing glycine, it will be C, CH, CH simply, then two nitrogens, double bond N, double bond N, then this OH and this OH, OH, OH. These are donating to our central metal ion. So its name is dimethyl glyoxime. We call it as DMG. And while doing the functional group analysis, while doing the cation anion analysis, salt analysis, you prepare nickel dimethyl glyoxime in order to test for the nickel. It is scarlet red color precipitates of nickel DMG. Now, all these are very famous bidentate ligands. See, the ligands are not limited, but right now I am just telling you those ligands that are very important for the point of view of CBSE and for NEET and IIT exam. Now, next is your polydentate ligand. In polydentate, we have all the kinds of ligands. For example, we have hexadentate, we have tridentate, tetradentate. So let's study one or two examples of polydentate ligands. So polydentate ligands are those ligands that have denticity of more than 2. For example, they can have denticity of 3, 4, 5. Let's study a compound which have denticity of 3. Its name is diene. Diene means diethylene triamine. See, diethylene, there are two CH2CH2. So diethylene, then triamine. So first we have written ethylene, ethylene, diethylene, then triamine, 1 nitrogen, 2 nitrogen and 3 nitrogen. So diethylene triamine. So let's write in a very better way here. It is triamine, H2, H2, again H2 and here H2. There is our metal. So these are donating from 3 side. It is tridentate. Its name is trimethylene dimethylene triamine. There are 2 methylene and triamine. We write this diene, dimethylene triamine. Okay. Now another example is for your hexadentate ligand, which is your EDTA. The EDTA is ethylene diamine tetra acetic acid. Sorry, how you will draw the structure? See, just don't confuse with the name. It is ethylene. We have 2 CH2. We have 2 carbons. Let's say 2 CH2 are there. We have 2 CH2, ethylene. Then diamine, we have 2 nitrogens. Diamine, then tetra means 4. And what are 4? 4 are acetic acid, that is CH3, COOH. They have CH3, COO minus, again CH3, COO minus, then CH3, CH2, COO minus, and CH2, COO minus. This is hexadentate. How? 1, 2, 3 is this nitrogen, then 4, 5, 6. It is hexadentate ligand. Tridentate. Its name is ethylene diamine tetra acetate, EDTA. 4 minus. It is hexadentate. So all these, in the today's lecture I told you about all the classification of the ligands, that is the monodentate, bidentate and the tridentate. In the next lecture we will discuss some special kind of ligand. For examples, what are the ambidient ligand, flexidentate ligand, chelating ligand, some very interesting topic on the basis of ligands. So this is all for today. That's it. Thank you.